Any Jesserit poison transformation joke, so we won't be doing that this time. We'll just see the constitution of the Carolina Royal Ravens on their way towards this hard point. 3 down to the feed, off rip FaZe, start things off a little hot. They're going to maintain that. No, they're not. Left-hand side of the mini-map, a errant Gwyn spawns behind the lineup. And that's something they're going to go over in VOD. Can he find a couple of kills here? Sure can. Shoes on the other foot early on here.
Ah, that Gwyn spawn, so tough. Did I say that right? Is that how tough he's been?
Yeah.
I don't know, but good.
Tough aura, all of the above as Gwyn continues this nice little run here. He's maintaining presence. Lovely shots into the second. Man 5 spree halfway towards a hellstorm, ladies and gents.
I did hear a rumor that Simp was playing for Gwyn online, but if they're in the match together, that can't be the case. So yeah, this guy is certainly built different. When he's on form, he is a devastating player to go against.
Well, we're enjoying the Gwyn show right now, but in the backline, Slasher has not let anyone from FaZe make their way through kitchen side. So hey, well, you'll take it if you are the Ravens. This is a delightful opener. I say that. And 3 dead. Here comes the last man left alive. Slasher gone. Wiped off the face of the planet. An opening P1, they're in their way. Ravens now, they're on respawn.
Yeah, Simp found the route anyway to make sure you go and get that breakdown through. A couple players line up there for Celium and Atlanta FaZe. Officially re-have control of the map, but Gwyn wins a single gunfight. His boy spawns in the back, and TJ shooting his gun as well, so Atlanta FaZe jump all over him. A brief moment where Carolina had an opportunity, and Atlanta FaZe waste absolutely no time slaying everybody in sight.
Yeah, everyone fighting their way forward once again. Gwyn with a contest. No win, though. Teamwork makes the dream work on time. FaZe once again rocking away with this one. Vivid with the hops, and Vivid with a momentary takeover. Have that one, Wheeler. As the break is there for the final 5 seconds, you're going to see the Ravens maintain lead going over towards kitchen now. Hardpoint number 3 here on Skyline, and FaZe are in first.
Dude, once again, FaZe, their comms must be out of control right now. Every single time there's like one errant sort of Carolina player like in the back line doing something funny, those arrows converge. So they're hot to trot. They're ready for the gunfights. Now this P3 time, the first 3 gunfights go their way. Last man standing is going to be TJ, who's, I mean, just waiting towards grass for Celium. Already with the nerd spots rolling through. I mean, guaranteed to get these kills.
Oh yeah, and as soon as you get 3 dead, FaZe, they transform. A totally different setup here on this hard point. Oh no. Simp with the old pistola at great range. You'll take that. They got rotation towards new as well. Yeah, ooh, Vivid taken care of. So that's a big moment once again for FaZe. Starting to drive this lead forward. Ravens ineffective on P3. Over to 4 we go. Last one in our first set.
And just to remind people, Skyline Hardpoint is FaZe's second most bans. Like, they veto it. They've only chosen to play it a single time. And because it's rare that it actually goes through, teams decide to play it against them. Oh. Carolina chose this, Miles, is what I'm telling you. They wanted this experience.
Poison picked, and now, oh man, a Beezy. Shots in from Vivid, 10-9 so far. Great work out of him. Not going to stay alive for too much longer. TJ now left alone in the hard point. Can he get any kills out of this? Sure can. Sure can. Get at least one. Now back over to Gwyn, trying to keep the pressure up for the Ravens. You are not dead in the water just yet. Nice work out of Gwyn on the approach, but no more teammates left to capitalize whatsoever. So FaZe, again, a lovely start to this hard point here on Skyline.
That's a nice moment from Vivid, though. Big 2. I mean, this is 30 seconds you're fighting for, so this is great time to get, and you'll be right back on the map if you're successful at holding it down. TJ does get caught, but Atlanta FaZe, I think the 2 AR players maybe squaring up the setup around P1. It is a last-ditch effort to go for the scrap, and they're not going to get it, so all things considered for Carolina, maybe a P2 that you wish went a little bit different after you get the 4 down, but ultimately, 20-point game, absolutely stunning.
Ooh, Gwyn. That 20-point game might be looking a little different in a moment. It's Gwyn, proven to be a difficult contender to deal with here at 12-10. An ambitious challenge nonetheless, but he's got teammates here to back him up. Lone man Celium has managed to make himself a undetectable what is assassin right now as he's staying alive in the backline. He's managed to keep this play going. Slasher and Co trying to make sure the P2's all good. Meantime, P1 wide open for anyone to take.
And this is a game of hide and seek right now for Slasher, though. He wants the P2 spawns. Gwyn now is finally off spawn reinforcements just to help him find Cell, and Slasher dialed in, able to get it. So heads up gameplay. That is a long life for Slasher. And while he was getting the spawns for the team, I saw on the feed, TJ was picking up 2 to get some of that P1 time, but ultimately they were desperate to get these P2 spawns, and not every player is going to make it now. Slasher and Gwyn both spawn out, and TJ has to fight off a couple of the tears to try to get this time.
What a battle that was. Another dogfight. Not a player's foot on the ground there as we've got hardpoint P1 going down and out. Teach, what a win. The second man is going to get stunned up and he's ready for the fight. His teammate's in position to get this as well. Here comes Vivid. Teach now from behind, trying to get time. He's not going to account for this next player. What a win from a BZ. Lovely shots down low again from Vivid. 16 and 11. Hellstorm to rock and roll with. Ravens trying to take the lead.
Oh, that's a sneaky Hellstorm, too. I assume he got that on the previous P4, soaking up some of that time. So a lot of things now from Carolina going right. It has been a mixy P2. It's not like it was a clean hold, even with Slasher getting the initial kills. But after the battle sort of ends, I mean, 25 seconds to get.
Oh,
maybe not going to be able to apply. The trades rolling through. Abizi, the man in the back line. And he's got the fancy footwork, and the moves are too fast for Slasher to deal with. But his teammate's there for the trades. Carolina, I mean, swarming around the time. Once again, all of the scrap time going their way. Now it's them that are going to have the 20-point lead.
Yeah, 20-point lead and the rotation over towards Kitchen, P3 here in our second set. Yeah, look at that. Last time we were here, folks, not a single second goes the way of the Ravens. Now at least one. So good stuff, boys. You've already best your last score. Can they hold on to the attack now? Through couches we come. Here comes FaZe. Right off rip. Sim managed to make his way right into Kitchen. Trades are done. And the classic red and blue kill feed comes to a close. Ravens on top.
Yeah, I don't know. I just noticed it. Draza is 6 and 22. So that's
Yes,
a problem.
We can call it a problem for now. But the scoreline ain't bad whatsoever. Ravens, though, starting to take flight. 3 sprees there for Slasher and Gwen. 4 now for Slasher. As they're finding kills all over the place. 25 to go. And this time round, FaZe unable to get in a P3.
Yeah, I mean, they're fighting 3v4, so that is going to be a massive issue long term, and you're not really, I mean, what, 3 players fighting for the P3 scrap time, and I mean, FaZe are going to be able to get that, not going to have the spawns over there for P4, and if Abizi's dying to trophies, it seems Atlanta FaZe does not have luck on their side, so they had an electric start to this map to the tune of, I'm cracking jokes, and then draws to 6 and 23.
Yeah, I mean, there's something going on, folks, right now with a solid lead for the Ravens. I want to find out what's going on with Atlanta FaZe.
I'm going to top it.
You want to top it? I'm one shot, bro.
Still P1 challenge, bro.
Someone's top hall.
Someone challenge this guy P1.
P1,
one shot.
Nice. What's top hall out there?
I'm challenging bottom bed.
I'm trying to push.
One's on time, challenge.
Yeah, top hall. You might try to top hall.
One shot shower lane
I'm always top hall before. He's two. You.
Where'd he go?
I ain't top zone.
You to right.
Bang front.
Ask the top mid.
Just try and wait for me, Tyler.
Austin to the back. I'm trying.
There's 2 on top. 2 on top. One's in the
He's
shot.
laying down. He's laying down.
I'm trying to stay out.
Top mid.
Yeah, I'm blocked.
Running at me on time.
On time, quick.
I'm pushing top mid.
I have time.
We can bring this shit back.
Hey, I have right, okay?
Yeah, here.
You can top left.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Hey, Cruz, try to shoot
I'll
it.
get top ball.
I need them top though.
2 bottom mid, 4 bottom mid.
One top though.
Yeah, dude, 2 bottom mid, and then Cruz.
Yeah. I'll see.
Bottom mid,
I'm done.
I'm putting.
I tried to.
Top ball. I'm team myself. I got time.
Hey, I want to go across hall then. See, I'm
Holding everything.
I didn't.
You're gonna get
That's right, Austin.
Great.
top hall.
I got time. I'm bottom bed.
Top hall, man. You got me? Hey, top hall as well.
I'll see him sliding the hill. I don't know where he's at on time. I think he's outside.
Hey, keep it right. I'm trying to get it.
Better get that lesson real quick. This game could be over chance.
Yeah, I mean, they've had to fight off 2 different Hellstorms on an open hill, and it has just been, I mean, all things considered for FaZe, considering the situation they're in, not too shabby, but Carolina Ravens have fully capitalized on the situation. They're looking great, and really just need to make sure you close out this game. TJ, guaranteed it feels like to get 2, multi-kill madness. And Draza, hey, on a gunfight. Fight response.
There you go, baby. Teach can't get in through the back. That's going to be FaZe now in full control of P2. Not an ideal skyline for them, but again, we are trying to watch this team grow and, change before our very eyes. 40 seconds to go here on P2. How much time can you accrue, FaZe? At the very least, keep the Ravens away because they are close to the win at 250.
TJ is going to be the man leading the charge, operating here with Gwyn down low, and Vivid's already got the entry kill. So TJ in the back block and spawns. That's going to force number 6 out. Even though he dies, still gets value out of his life, and his teammates now in the time, trying to clear out White Steps Listen, funny business over towards it. Gwyn drops 2. You get in time in a victory lap here. Carolina, so close to ending that number 1.
So close, but so far. 5 seconds still to go. Rotations on the way. They've got themselves over towards kitchen. A foot race now from FaZe. Down low, right across the middle of the map. Maintaining presence in mid. Simple and easy self. Everyone gets their kills. All down for the Ravens.
245 to 182 when Atlanta FaZe gets a 4 down. These are situations where they at least want to try to flip the switch and assert dominance, but maybe an insurmountable situation for FaZe. It is not in their hands.
Oh, Gwyn from upstairs does a great job. The trades are there. Look at the flight of the Ravens now. Getting towards time. Slasher finding another one on a Tej. First man on the point. Vivid from behind. Picks up another, and that should be game, folks. Sweet Carolina. Map 1 goes their way.
That fist bumps out and bound.
Yeah, we're not going to be going outside this time around. We're definitely going down low. But so are FaZe. At least 2 players here committed to this one. Abeezy's going for a bit of a wrap, so he'll be dropping down behind them in the elevator shaft momentarily. DJ, though, waiting for anything. Oh, Abeezy got caught out by the slow play of Slasher. Lovely start to the round.
I mean, Slasher has those timings dialed in for the P2 flank to roll through, and now it's going to be trades on trades. Slasher's got in the mix, though, and uses Abeezy's weapon against Atlanta FaZe, and it leaves Cell in a 1 versus 2. However, that means it's Cell, it's clutchable.
Yeah, it's not over yet, folks. On plant, all the power positions in the world you could ask for here. The opportunity for the trade, and now the intel. Celium knows that Vivid has been left alone. 1v1. The battle is on, and you can never count this man out. A surgical approach towards the bomb site, and he plays the information he has absolutely perfectly. Celium, the wizard, strikes again.
Yeah, he actually just is the best. I don't even know what the argument would be other than maybe his teammates perfectly played 1 versus 2, has the angle, spot Slasher in, just checks the left, that little left peek on the computers to see if he has to worry about Vivid in that moment or whatever player it was. And as soon as that's clear, slide out, take advantage of Slasher. And then once the pre-fires are rolling through, if I'm playing against him, I'm terrified. As maybe the Ravens were. They're down 2-0.
He gets wrong and it hurts. Now we go down low for FaZe of this attack. And Celium is still on an absolute tear here. We are close enough to the Hellstorm. No intel, no damage, no nothing, no trophies. Oh, there we go. They're starting to click away. So we're sending Abeezy to try to pick up some of these players who are weakened. No, TJ. He finds the first blood. Celium once again getting very creative with the frag grenades. Bomb plant for FaZe now. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, and the first blood is fantastic when you take down Abeezy. It's a massive thing. You have to do it against Atlanta FaZe. Issue is, Draza might be having a bounce back game, and Celium and Simp are still alive.
Oh, yeah, ooh, very much still alive. Streak still on. The crossfire's there. Lovely cross from Vivid. 25 on the clock. Can he 1v2 this? Absolutely not. Perfect setup from FaZe, and a couple of chuckles in the player cam. A Celium spree, it continues.
Yo, this is a evil team. Maybe one day they'll repent for their sins, but for the time being, they just get to do whatever they want. 7-0. Yeah, I mean, listen, he might just be the best.
Yeah, this the case is definitely out there, and there is a lot of empirical evidence to suggest that Celium, what a play. And FaZe, what a run. Great setup there. Especially when you know Vivid's on the bomb site. All the sort of nice moves he can make. Trying to hop over the threshold there, trying to staying out the line of fire, but they set themselves up perfectly there. The insurance policy was in play as well. And now another round up, and you can see the Ravens with a nice mixed attack towards, the low and the top side. And knives out! Oh, good job, Tej. What a win.
I mean, listen, they've been on point for the first bloods. That's the good news. Bad news is still can't win a round, and Slasher just isolated and overwhelmed. He gets hunted down. Still going to be an A plant as well with awkward positioning. TJ at least gets the trades for the 2v2, but seemingly a weird round. Draza and Simp going to be going for the retake down low as TJ remains up high.
And remains up high, but doesn't pass any intel, so he didn't see either of those players cross. That's going to make this even harder for Gwyn downstairs. Yeah, Tej knows something's up, man. I've missed something here. I caught one with a little bit of damage. Gwyn now trying to stay alive. He takes hits as well. So not an ideal situation to be in right now. Gwyn has to back up. Can he get a kill? Still fighting for his life. Both weapons starting to get exhausted. Draz with the final shots. And his 4th kill in a row. FaZe unstoppable so far.
So close yet so far from that round when TJ tried to get him everything, but mean, that was a series of maybe 4 different Call of Duty timings just not going his direction, including going down the zip just into the clutches of Draza. So Draza might have played poorly on map number 1. The bounce back absolutely going to be in here. Had a solid few rounds to get back in the mix. And I mean, really the biggest shining light for Carolina, their defensive rounds on protocol. 0 for 2 against Atlanta FaZe. Not ideal.
Nah, man. Especially when we pulled those stats so perfectly coming into this one. Down low we go once again. Chance, let's send it. It's like Ravens will be going in a lot hotter this time.
There goes the server. And now everybody's trapped in a corner. Yeah, pre-fire, easy reads, and a 6 spree from Draza. They are evil.
He was looking at his next there. First 2 on the round. There's no idea they're outside, but here's the nade. That gives you a bit of intel. Here's the chow. Lovely shots from Slasher. Pushes him down. Raven's still trying to make the entry, but you took too much time, and Abizi will punish you for it. FaZe. Immaculate gameplay.
I mean, 21-6 was their defensive record going in it. Now they're 0 for 3. So, I mean, listen, they're going to fall. They're going to end up being the 3rd best team on defense after this map. Maybe we have to filter out when you're playing against Atlanta FaZe and pretend they don't count. But either way, nothing but perfection here. Gets the tags, get the comms, and he doesn't waste any bit of time. If they're trapped in the corner, they're free kills. Draza on form in S&D.
Yeah, wonderful form. And again, an amazing sort of shade of FaZe. We saw them on a map that they're not that confident on them. They're trying to improve prior, and now this is what they look like when they know what they're doing, and they're very confident indeed. TJ's going to run into a whole load of trouble in a second. How much damage can he do? The answer is not a tremendous amount. Draz is there for it. Nade, stuns, you name it. It's all getting thrown at that P2 position.
TJ's dead.
Dead.
Oh, Abizi maybe bit off more than he could chew. I thought he was going to wait for Draza to get some tags in, but they're playing confident because they're up 5-0. But keep in mind, Celium is alive in a 2 versus 2 now because Sim gets the extra kill. So even with that start, FaZe could still get the 6-0.
Identification on bomb now and a positive ID on another player trying to collect. This is a big moment, a massive advantage for FaZe here on map point. And Celium putting himself in the most obscure off angle we could find. The unreadable and the ungunnable. Good luck, Ravens. This is to stay alive on the map.
I mean, yeah, you got to go get that bomb. And they're going to work Spiral as well for their approach. They're going to funnel into Simp and Cell.
Timing. Yeah, timing's not great. Cell there, guns up at the ready on the cross. Finds one. Can we get it? Sure can, folks. Celium. Undeniable greatness there. In a game mode like this, where you can get the kills from the objective, you can do it all, and FaZe, they do it right. Here we go in towards top mid, where Gwyn meets mega washed. Yeah, here comes Sim. Get ready for it. Not washed. Not yet.
No, he's great.
He's doing fantastic. Well, I thought they were trying to go, but Tej and Gwyn, they've set up a wall across the middle of the map, not letting anyone from the FaZe camp get towards this zone. Quick contests from Sim. Absolutely not washed. Holy, ladies and gentlemen, there's another one. Washed. Good stuff out of Gwyn. Over towards A we go once again, and there is a single segment gone at A.
And it's looking like there should be a second as well. Draza here for the cutoff kills, and that is the only man that had a thought about the old A's
Washed.
zone. Yo. Was Beans right? Does Draza need that the old exit?
2 segments at A gone. 3 dead though. Ravens now pressing the advantage. FaZe. We cast the curse to the hell out of this one. Over to Gwyn. Trying to catch a couple of kills on these boys. They're making their way out. Good stuff from Draz. Buys a lifeline. Oh, a little bit more than that. Oh, what a shoulder from Simp. The old in and out. Eats Slasher alive. Now on towards A. That's going to be the capture. There's no way you get through this. And Simp, once again, the shots with that Jackal are just delicious.
I mean, listen, just for those watching at home, that was the full spawn trap that Atlanta FaZe were just put in, and that took them 10 seconds to completely get out of it. So that's not a great look for Carolina. That was way too easy, and TJ maybe in the feed able to pick up 2, but Simp still with presence over towards this B zone, and he's out, and this is prime Simp time.
Oh yeah, man, he's reading every possible player, and he's put them in a position to deal with them. At the very least, there's Draz to pick up what he cannot. What a moment right now from FaZe. Just when you thought they were down, they're only up by 1 life, and they are looking to capture the B zone rapidly. Halfway through it now. Gwyn with a last-ditch attempt. Lovely work from the pistol. Not enough for the kill though. Sim still trying to stay alive in the zone. Nice work from Vivid. Over to Abe. Closes the second segment, and here come the rest of the boys. This could be the round.
Oh, nice shot though from Vivid. That's your opportunity because that ticket is nearly gonna fall, but you still have to win all these gunfights, and they just simply are not. Vivid with the only opener, and now you're flooding into death. And Vivid, I mean, he has remained supine in that exact spot. And Draza, I was just kidding, man. Don't worry about it. 9-4, you're doing great.
No, everyone's doing amazing. That's really, really lovely work there from FaZe on their opening attacking round. Aside from a little, funny opener, we do give them a tremendous amount of credit for breaking out the spawn trap, capturing that A zone so rapidly. And then the play towards B, I mean, Sim is just one of the best to ever do it. Really, really good stuff. Some disgusting gunfights though. Gwyn had a nice run here. Ravens, they're not the best control team in the league, but they are absolutely not out of this one yet. We now swap sides.
I mean, listen, for offense has a much better chance now in protocol since the zone got changed, but still it's, at least in my mind, fairly close to 50-50. You can absolutely win on either side, but if you're the defensive team and you get the spawn trap, I mean, you have to make them work for it to get out of it. And the fact that Atlanta FaZe got out so quickly, that's just a major pain point. Don't even need a stopwatch to figure that out, but for the moment for Carolina, TJ again gives you the first bloods. She's been great in this category. Respawn or S&D alike. Off the back of it, though, it looks like Carolina, they just have no pressure on the objective. They have not contained any of the FaZe players, and they have to be very concerned about their flanks.
And they will. They're hoping for a head or two to turn, but now TJ is still trying to keep the kills up. Doing just that. Revies and everything, all of it going away. So now Ravens with a very slight life lead. And TJ still trying to play the advantage he's got out through mid-map. And that advantage he still got through mid-map. His teammates are battling for their lives in spawn, though.
And, well, at least finally someone touched the point, because that was 40 seconds burned off the clock, and even with like the map space and kills that Carolina were getting, they weren't really too active off of it. They really wanted the dream set up to be rolling through, but at this point, they do have the dream set up. Grass is covered. You really wish you had a trophy. Yeah. Now it's going to be TJ on the solo capture. Another 15 seconds before this zone falls.
Yeah, big Owen Wilson energy right now behind enemy lines, folks. Oh, nice moves out of Sim. Trade there from Gwyn, though, straight on. You're not completing the A-zone capture, though, yet. Now you got two members of FaZe on top of that one, draining the progress. So right back to square when you go there. So a single third remaining. Fight forward, fellas. See if you can't get out of there. The B zone absolutely watertight right now for FaZe, but hey, there is still an opportunity. Can you find the opening kills on the setup? That's the question.
I just think Carolina, it feels like they are moving in slow motion on this map. And listen, Atlanta FaZe got on a spawn trap in a matter of 10 seconds. You got 20 to go. Let's see if Carolina can make anything happen.
Oh, try it. Try it. There we go. Trades. No, it's not. All four down again. Abe's on a 4 spree right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the final 10 seconds of the round right now. Abe dancing. That's going to be another kill, but no one's going to get close to this one. They walk into the jaws of Draza, who chews them up. No one able to make the desperation play on a time. FaZe got by 2. He got over here quick. We're going to capture the zone in additional 15 seconds. We're going to cut this off. I want those clean
It's rarely applicable, but in the situations where, like, if there's no lives at the end of the round, if there's one segment left on, like, the B zone and you're in, like, a 2 versus 2, that just means the team on defense knows, hey, if there's only this many possible people on the point, like, 1 segment, 2 people, you have 7 seconds to work with. Like, that's the amount of pressure. So you can treat those zones like a bomb site in a sense of S&D, but it is very rare.
Strong setup right now for FaZe on this attack. B zone, second segment, absolutely gone. And in the next 15 seconds, we're going to see a BZ potentially get this one done as well. Over towards the A side of the map, and Selim is dancing. A great win from Gwyn there. It gives you a tiny bit of space now to work towards the A side, but B is gone, folks. You can say goodbye to it right now. We will not see the B zone again in this round. Last-ditch attempt there from the boys of the Ravens, and they've opened up the space towards A. So FaZe right out of spawn, right at a time, but nice crossfire. The setup is in position, and Selim, Trophy's certainly going to help him here, but he needs his teammates.
I hate that Trophy putting in overtime too, just going to eat up absolutely everything. So on this next push, Atlanta FaZe, at least on that front, going to have a little bit of that advantage. Not winning the gunfights though, but at least good news for Abizi. You still have control of the power positions. And you're just trying to work yourself out of spawn. Only man you got to clear out now is Slasher. Maybe Viv going to be able to fill in the next spot in line. He ran through the A zone, and by the looks of it, Atlanta FaZe not heads up about it, but they might just kill everybody else instead.
Yeah, this is looking great now from Busy. Oh, picks a good corner, a little bit of a crossfire now towards A, and it's a 2-man stack. The potential for the third now. Celium could be there. But an awkward situation to find himself in because you don't get rid of Vivid out of the helicopter. So now he's gone, eyes forward, and that's Celium getting the job done. Can he help Sim get this last man on zone? Can indeed. God, it's a two-piece on time as well, and a two-man stack.
And with 2 seconds for a two-man stack, it's going to take 22 seconds for that bad boy to fall. And look at, oh, well, Slasher got a kill out of time, so if Easy backs off. You know, Atlanta FaZe, the best attacking team on this map and showing off some of the goods. They are having to work for it, but a minute and 15 and a life advantage in any moment where they touch that time is going to be a great thing for them. But they're actually really trying to work through the grass side of the map, and maybe for good reason. It is going to be open, but only briefly.
Oh, nice work from Abe there. Gwyn, if he speeds his step, he might be able to catch a Beezy now. Full awareness now, he's going to have to double back. And this could help. No lives left though for the Ravens. 11v4. Any kills you get here are great, Gwyn, but you've got to try to stay alive as well. The trade is going to be there from Selim. Oh no, another man falls. Another one down. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Last man left alive. Teach. Game FaZe.
Yeah, man, that is exactly what you're going to need out of Vivid. Certainly struggled a little bit there in the protocol control, but all four players.
To dive straight into the hard point. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 4. Stage 3. Yeah, that's actually kind of wild. FaZe on a hard point. Wow. Thank you very much, production. Ravens, pretty good at it. There's a smell of a game 5.
FaZe players.
Opening rips though once again. FaZe with the guys who are managing to win him on Skyline. This time around it's going to be a little even. But even is only one thing on an asymmetrical map like this one. Yeah, finding a little bit more time if you're the Ravens. And good job. There's the contest. Vivid puts that one to bed. The one-eyed Raven helps put all the members of FaZe down. And now we go to P2.
Beautifully played. I mean, you really got to contain guys like Selim and Vivid. Absolutely patient on those steps. And that is exactly how you want your AR player to be playing it. And this is a super sizable lead as far as the P1 goes. You could not ask for anything more. So Carolina starting their map off right, and TJ in prime position to help you out on this rotation. Gets tags in to shred Simp. And Selim, last man standing by time, wins it because he's shooting through walls and cells built different. What could have been for the Ravens? What could have been?
Unbelievable. What a piece from Tej. Vivid on the outside. Perfect nade just keeps him suppressed. Selim though still soaking away that time, trying to get back into this one. Nice picks there from TJ and Vivid. We are back in there. Ravens right at it. FaZe counterattack now is on, but Vivid takes care of TJ. That's unfortunate. You lose the man on time as well. And you lose the setup. Oh dear, that hit the fan pretty quick.
I do wonder if that's like I'm cooking a frag, getting ready to throw it, and one lands in my face and just explodes, or if that is just a bottle of a moment. But either way, that's like honestly on this hill, maybe 2 different opportunities for Carolina to accrue a really sizable lead, and instead keeping things a little bit close, but ultimately still playing very well. Still got the left side spawns and going to get the scrap time as well. So a 30-point lead going into new, and the rotation percentage that Atlanta FaZe typically on this map are great at, so far being outplayed by Carolina.
Yeah, fantastic work from Carolina right off rip. Third hard point now. We go inside. In-game says beach, but that's cat, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, shots out of Abe. On the approach towards time, Slasher might have to save the day here. You're starting to run out of boys on the point. Trying to maintain that back left-hand side of the map. That's where the spawn points are. That's where you want your teammates to be coming from here on the reinforcements. And what a turn! Oh, wicked win from Slasher. Saves the day yet again. And somehow nearly takes a Beezy with him.
Yeah, trying to flip the time stone, doesn't pay off, and his teammates around time seems like they're falling. Gwyn, though, does give you 2, and that means you can keep the play going if you're Carolina. Maybe flood into this and try to get those trades. A Beezy's gonna fall, you send the next man in line, but Cell can't give you 1, so it's not a trade fest. Now if Atlanta FaZe dies in these moments, you're gonna spawn out at all, but at the very least, even if Atlanta FaZe get the kills, Carolina do get to the ever-important P4 first with a 15-point lead. This is their big opportunity.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there it goes. And yeah, out we go. Tej wins another big gunfight. He has been absolutely tearing it so far. He's going to catch that. Good dodge as well. 10-6 so far for the mighty Tyler Farris. Now on approach to time. 11-6. Finding kills where his teammates have taken the lead.
Solo chow. Solo chow. Solo chow.
Everyone take a breath. Hold on, Ravens. You know what you're doing. Here comes the next hit. Solo chow.
I mean, at least you're trying to like set up the pitch. You know, Slasher, they're trying to work big door at the same time. So like, here's a couple bad solo chows, and then a guy like Slasher, as we expect, slows down the pace and tries to make the play happen together. But yeah, simply does not matter. Stop going down the steps. It's not.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Once again, there you go. Draz leaves his power position and gets himself brought down as well. But the Ravens are terribly difficult time trying to get to that hard point. Back upstairs we go though, folks. Next set upon us, back over to P1. And Ravens, once again, they were great at this the first go around. And so far, okay. But Sim's in.
Sim is 4 and 10. Washed.
Unbelievable. Can't believe it. The Phenom. Shots out Vivid to take care of Selim from there. 12 and 8 though. His teammate Abizi not washed on the approach towards New. Folks, we are kidding, of course. If you are joining this, think what are these commentators talking about? We are joking. These are some of the best players in the world who are also washed.
Yeah, 30-point lead though for Atlanta. Might end up falling. Salvo, when did he find the time? Maybe a full 60 there on P4 is going to get him to Hellstorm. And he's making it hard to shoot as well. Serpentine formation as he comes flying down. And Atlanta FaZe is going to be able to get this P1 time. And right side spawns as well. They're just playing for the trap. And this might be a moment, maybe a potential mistake. Number 2 is going to spawn out at old, and you actually do have Draza playing for it. So Atlanta FaZe super heads up with the situation. Got to win the gunfight, though, and TJ, so tough.
So a big aura from Teach, dude. Look at him go. He's still going. Washed. Shots out of Draz. 45 seconds to go. You're on P2. And these boys are just disgusting. Nice up and down. You are watching every possible lane right now from Draza. The pivotal focal point right now of the setup, smack bang in the middle of the map, and he is causing problems. His teammates are feeding him information, and whether or not he needs to, actually adjust for it or not, is up to him, because good God almighty, FaZe running it here.
Yeah, and Cell, by the way, played that perfectly on the minimap. He was blocking the spawns initially, allowing his teammates to play with freedom, and then he sort of opened the spawns up to try to force Carolina out to New. It doesn't end up paying off because Carolina do pick up a couple clutch gunfights on the left side, but Carolina gonna have to start heating things up. Gwyn is on a 3, maybe some momentum in the kills column coming this way, and Gwyn should spawn on the left side of the map. So you're good for this setup, and again, back-to-back kills if you can chain them. Carolina will be right back in this game.
Great piece out of Vivid. There's 4 speed right now, and again, not necessarily on time, so he's not getting a huge amount of points for that, but you've got a lovely hold here. Can you get rid of the players in the back line? That's on Gwyn. They are going to check this corner. It's a day 1. Beautiful stuff, though. No need to check it if he comes out flying like that. Can Gwyn keep going? Yeah, sure can. Nice read. One more man in the back to deal with, and the hold is still there for the Ravens. Oh, God.
Beautiful stuff there from Gwyn and Vivid delivering for 2. Simto making an impact, and that's going to make things a little bit more chaotic. You see the trades rolling through, except no dice. Beezy might have been one shot, but Gwyn shooting out a ghost can't take him down. And while you need to win this P4 rotation, if you are Carolina, it might be a desperation effort. Simp, the emphasis was there. The gunfight was not. Well, you get the final 10 seconds of scrap. You go back to the stairwell of doom. These poor Ravens players.
Poor Ravens. They're peacocks, man. You got to let them fly, and they cannot fly in a space this confined. Well, down low we go again, folks. Yeah, that last P4 wasn't anything special for the Ravens. And Draza, finally brought down. Somebody fills the gap immediately.
There we go.
3 dead. They've done it. They're in.
That's exactly what you need. Yeah, finally the double channels coming through from the spiral, maybe enough to overwhelm. And that's a great corner being played by Vivid.
God.
I mean, I'd be calling hacks if I was in game, and it's just Tyler Abizi doing what he does best.
Just checks it. Crossfire's there. Cell in position to soon get the contest. And FaZe waiting for the opportunity to strike. Oh, the iron was hot. Draza makes it red hot, baby. And this should be the last man left alive on time. And it's TJ, so he's a tough character to deal with. And he's diving and sliding. Here comes the reinforcement. Oh, Gwyn's over the top. Managed to keep the Ravens in time. And they're looking at the comeback.
Yeah, all things considered, a great P4 just to make sure Carolina can battle. And for the first time since P1, Carolina Royal Ravens have the lead.
Whoa! Slasher nearly gets the 3. The lead now changes hands, and the Ravens are back in. It's starting to soar. Cruise control, though, not there yet. FaZe now looking to fight their way back over to P1. 3 dead in the feed again. Slasher last man. He's going to get at least 1 kill out of this, so he's going to fight to try to maintain some presence here. Good luck, Ravens, on the approach. But Litigo, what a battle that was.
Hey, at least it took him to death and set your teammate up there for the trade. TJ gets help on time, and Vivid there, credit for the assist, but There's always some annoying player on FaZe getting you off the time, being the thorn in your side. That time it was Draza getting the space, but Gwyn does to Draza what Draza did to him, gets the cutoff kills. Now Carolina back in it. So a bit of a slugfest right now on Protocol. The #1 versus the #3 team on the map. We have ourselves a fight.
A true battle. What a contest this is as the contest comes to a close there on P1. Over to 2 we go. And right now, in theory, Ravens with the position. They have to make most of this, though. A lot of members there are faced in the middle of the map. Slasher caught unaware. Now TJ on a bit of a wrap. This could be great, but again, you've got to get over towards time. TJ's wrap. A delicious one at that. Nutritious. Can he find 2 out of it? Plenty of damage. And he's trying to make the play over towards time. His teammates now in position to help out. So, he might have filled up his boys, and they are in time.
Yeah, that's great trust from Slasher, too. Knows that Vivid has his outer step, so he's just ready for the gunfights up top. But being ready for Simp is different than winning the gunfight against him. And Simp, who's had a slow map, now he's on a 4 spree. So he pulls out an AR, comes off spawn, and starts to take over. Got to be on the lookout for Simp as look at the setup on the minimap. I mean, the 50-yard line being dominated by Atlanta FaZe.
Totally red, as is the lead right now. They've got it back. 15 seconds to go here on P1. No one's getting out. Oh, sorry, P2. You got to get through this line of red over towards the new hard point as well. Try to secure spawns. No strings to do so. The kills are perfect right now. Simp's on a 5. He's got himself a Hellstorm as well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and then he gets that as well. Cell with 2. And the spawns are terrible for the Ravens.
From 14 and 24 to 20 and 25, and heating up Simp is when it matters most. But he does get dropped, but while he falls, his teammates pick him up. Draza in the feed for 3, Abizi for the final 4th, and Carolina, now you got to flood through the front of time. It is a nightmare situation. And Simp continues to be calculated on his approach.
He is the terror. 30 seconds to go. You're not going to need all of it to get the win here. Ravens, last chance to get in, fellas. Last chance to make a game of it, and they're in. Abizi on time, still soaking it away. 10 for the win. The back door wide open now as TJ finds his way through. Can we get the pinch going? 5 seconds for the dub. Ravens are in. Ravens find a kill or 2. Sim now from the side. He gets brought down over to Cell. Last man here for FaZe. The rotation's on as well. We go to another point.
And guess who's here first? It's going to be a big door hit. 3 players here for the Ravens. Abizi going to have to stave off all this pressure. He doesn't have the help, nor does he have the reinforcements. The flock of the Ravens fly. You're into the crossfires. The trade's rolling through. Gwyn, last man standing, and this is for the map and Cell. Gonna be the man to close that door. Atlanta FaZe.
Uh-oh.
Get that final point. Don't ruin the call. They ruined the call.
They ruined the call. It's not over yet, and it will not end here either way. A single second for FaZe is all they need. One more break. Get a perfect one and dip a toe, boys, and the series is yours. Ravens, they are holding. Ravens, next man in Sim. Contest. Ravens are holding. Next man in Celium. Ravens are holding.
You got to get to P1 though, so someone's actually have to get out of the mix. You have to make sure that you are standing on the time when it pops. In Atlanta FaZe, if you want to try to late hit old just for the single second or try to rotate towards new, they're going to try to rotate. They get the first 2 kills, but now 2 kills fall. You want a gunfight for time? Slasher clutches up. Look who's standing on new, and his teammates get the cutoff kills. 2 front war there for Carolina, and boy did they fight, but ultimately they fall.